Now, the leader of Cheshire East Council is being accused of a U-turn over fracking after admitting that shale gas drilling could come to the area. Last year, the authority's Conservative leader Michael Jones promised residents that fracking wouldn't happen there.
But today he said the council will pass planning applications if energy companies can show fracking is safe. This Small Business correspondent, Mark Edwardson.
Fracking, or hydraulic shale gas extraction, is controversial across the region. Cheshire East's no different here. Protesters in Knutsford made their point early last year. When I spoke to the council's leader at roughly the same time, he repeatedly ruled out fracking in the borough.
Fracking is where we've got shale deposits. We don't have that rich area. So it's easy for us to say it. You wouldn't expect someone to say you can do it in our area if you haven't got the ability to do it.
Today, what's been described as a U-turn.
If they can get the evidence to say it's safe, if they can show to people that it's a good, viable entity, then I'm sure we'll pass it. But they've got to prove that to people, and that's not easy.
The U-turn accusation was made by Councillor Jones's political opponents.
Well, there's a clear U-turn now. The statement in 2014, it was categorical and was never going to be able to be kept.
I put that point to Michael Jones in his office this afternoon.
In Cheshire East, we are a geothermal hotspot. You've got to get shale underneath it. That's where I've been told it won't evaporate. It will be evaporated out. You can't find it. That's consistent. That's what I've said. No fracking in Cheshire East. It's not technically viable.
So what does that mean then? If it's a good, viable entity, then I'm sure we will pass it.
Well, it's not a viable entity, is it? That's exactly what it means.
But
it's
why
not.
did you say that?
Because it's not. Our view, we put to me the question, which
It
is...
doesn't make any sense.
It does, of course it does. It's not a viable entity if you've got geothermal up to 5 kilometres.
There won't be any fracking in our borough. Is that a statement you still stand by?
Absolutely. Experts have told me categorically we're a geothermal hotspot, too hot to get any fracking done.
Some Cheshire East residents have been left confused.
That's not very good, is it? He's not sticking to what he says, is he?
Well, I want to know why he wanted to change his mind. What is his reasoning behind it? Has he had something? Has he been told something?
George Osborne has not stood on you and said, listen, Councillor Jones, this is not consistent with government policy.
George Osborne knows I deliver to him and to the residents of Cheshire East. He has never spoken to me on this issue.
The government planning to increase the number of licences to extract shale gas, including several in Cheshire. It's an issue that can remain controversial for some time. Mark Edwardson, BBC North West Tonight, Sandbach.
Plans to